The CEO of BYD has just unveiled a new hybrid engine that's causing a major buzz across the entire automobile industry. Just picture a hybrid system that doesn't rely solely on petrol or battery power, but blends both so efficiently that even top car companies are taken aback. This is BYD's 5th generation DMI hybrid system, not just a step forward in technology, but a true revolution in the automotive world. What's truly shocking is how far this system can take you. With a full battery and a topped-up fuel tank, your car can travel around 2,100 kilometers. Yes, that's not a typo. The question now is, could this be a serious threat to Tesla and other EV companies? Are we looking at a future where people shift back to hybrids, leaving EVs behind? So, what exactly is this 5th gen DMI hybrid system, and why is it shaking up the industry? Imagine having a car that can run on petrol and electricity, and uses both so cleverly that you get great mileage, strong performance, and zero stress about constantly charging or refueling. That's the brilliance of BYD's new system. Let's break down the name first. DMI stands for Dual Mode Intelligent. The DM refers to the dual mode system, petrol and electric, while the I stands for Intelligent System Control. This smart control unit decides on its own when to use the petrol engine and when to switch to the electric motor based on your driving conditions. Older hybrid technologies had a major drawback. They either used too much petrol or offered a very limited electric range. BYD's 5th gen DMI system has almost completely solved that problem. It features a highly efficient petrol engine that can power the car on its own and also recharge the battery while you drive. On top of that, it includes a powerful electric motor and a large battery pack. When you're driving at low speeds, like in city traffic or over short distances, the car runs purely on electric power. This means no noise, no pollution, and major fuel savings. But as soon as you need extra power, like for overtaking or long highway drives, the petrol engine kicks in to support the motor and recharge the battery at the same time. Here's where things get really interesting. In most older hybrid systems, the petrol engine did most of the work, while the electric motor only played a minor role. BYD's DMI system flips that. In this setup, the electric motor does the heavy lifting, and the petrol engine steps in only when needed. This leads to significantly lower fuel consumption. In fact, the petrol engine in this system has a thermal efficiency of over 46%, which is currently one of the highest in the auto industry. That means it converts more fuel energy directly into movement with minimal waste. Another highlight is the intelligent power management system. It continuously monitors your driving habits, road conditions, and battery status to decide whether to run in electric mode, hybrid mode, or petrol-only mode. Thanks to this auto-switching system, your car always stays in the most efficient mode possible, so you don't have to worry about losing mileage. The 5th gen DMI system also stands out because of its large battery and fast charging capability. The battery is big enough to give you a solid range even in pure electric mode. And when it's time to recharge, fast charging support means you're back on the road quickly. Even if the battery runs out, you can continue driving using the petrol engine, so there's no fear of range anxiety, a common issue with fully electric cars. Compared to traditional hybrids like the Toyota Prius or Honda Accord hybrid, where the petrol engine remains the dominant power source, BYD's system prioritizes electric driving for as long as possible, bringing in the petrol engine only when it's truly necessary. That's why cars using this system can travel up to 2,100 kilometers on a single battery charge and full tank, a number that feels almost unbelievable for any hybrid today. In short, this 5th generation DMI system is smarter, more efficient, and more powerful than previous hybrid technologies. It doesn't just save fuel, it offers the smooth, quiet experience of electric driving while maintaining the range and reliability of a petrol engine. Auto experts believe that if this system is adopted on a large scale, it could disrupt both the electric vehicle and traditional petrol car markets. A hybrid car with a 2,100 kilometer range? Sounds like science fiction, but BYD has made it a reality. So, how did they achieve this kind of performance? The secret lies in 3 key innovations: a large capacity battery, a well-designed fuel tank, and an ultra-efficient engine. Let's start with the battery. Unlike older hybrids where the battery played a minor role, BYD's battery is central to the driving experience. It provides hundreds of kilometers of range on electric power alone and supports fast charging, so you won't be stuck waiting for hours. Next is the fuel tank. BYD has designed it to perfectly complement the battery and engine. It's large enough to allow long-distance travel without making the vehicle too heavy or inefficient. A true feat of smart engineering that allows you to cover more distance with less fuel. The third and most important factor is the engine itself. With thermal efficiency exceeding 46%, it ranks among the best in the world. It uses more of the petrol's energy to actually move the car, wasting far less compared to traditional engines. And not just that, the engine also charges the battery while driving, ensuring that every drop of petrol is put to good use. And it's not just about range. The performance of this system is also top-notch. The car accelerates quickly, thanks to the electric motor, which delivers instant torque, just like an EV. So when you hit the accelerator, the car responds immediately. This smooth power delivery works great whether you're cruising in the city or speeding down the highway. In essence, BYD's 5th generation DMI hybrid system offers a perfect balance. The eco-friendliness and performance of an EV paired with the reliability and range of a petrol car. It's not just another upgrade, it's a leap forward in hybrid technology. You won't feel any lack of power while overtaking, thanks to the instant boost delivered by both the electric motor and the petrol engine working together. That's what makes the driving experience not just smooth, but confident and exciting. Compared to EVs, where charging time and limited range are still big concerns, BYD's hybrid system offers the best of both worlds: the seamless, quiet feel of electric driving and the long-distance reliability of a petrol engine. That's what truly sets this technology apart. The 2,100-kilometer range isn't just a marketing number, it's the result of a thoughtfully engineered combination of battery power, fuel tank capacity, and engine efficiency. This perfect trio makes BYD a real game-changer. When it comes to performance and practicality, this hybrid setup poses a real challenge to EVs and could spark a new wave of competition in the market. Why is this a serious threat to EVs? Because while the global push toward electric vehicles is growing, BYD has taken a bold step by introducing a petrol-electric hybrid at a time when most are going fully electric. But BYD's move makes a lot of sense, because even in today's EV era, several major issues remain unsolved. That's exactly where this 5th-gen DMI hybrid system steps in. The first and most common complaint with EVs is charging time. Even at fast charging stations, it can take 30 to 40 minutes to recharge, and with standard chargers, it can take hours. Imagine being on a long road trip and running out of charge. You'd have to stop and wait, wasting time and disrupting your journey. BYD's hybrid system eliminates this issue entirely. If the battery runs out, you can simply keep driving on petrol, and the engine will even recharge the battery as you go. The second problem is the lack of charging infrastructure. Many small towns and rural areas, in various countries, still don't have enough charging stations. Driving an EV in such places becomes a risk. But with BYD's hybrid system, you don't have to worry. You can just refuel at any petrol pump and continue your trip. No charging station required. The third big concern with EVs is battery replacement. EV batteries are expensive, and over time, their capacity diminishes. Replacing them can cost several lakhs, which isn't feasible for most users. But in BYD's hybrid setup, the car isn't completely dependent on the battery. Even if the battery performance declines, you can still rely on the petrol engine, saving money and extending the vehicle's lifespan. So why did BYD feel the need to develop such an advanced hybrid engine in the age of electric vehicles? The answer lies in market realities. While EVs are gaining popularity, many people still hesitate to buy them because of range anxiety and weak charging infrastructure. Hybrid engines provide a smart middle ground. They offer the smooth, eco-friendly drive of an EV without the stress of running out of charge. BYD's strategy is also clever. It allows them to cater to two types of customers: those interested in EVs but held back by practical concerns, and those who want something better than a traditional petrol car. This makes BYD's hybrid a direct competitor to EVs, especially because it solves the biggest pain points EV owners face. In simple terms, BYD's 5th-gen DMI hybrid system delivers the dream of electric vehicles in a much more practical and realistic way, offering the perks of electric driving without the downsides. That's why many auto experts believe that if this technology spreads fast, it could shake up the market share of even the biggest EV companies. Now let's talk about the global impact of this innovation. BYD's 5th-gen DMI hybrid system isn't just another engine. It could be a turning point for the entire global automotive industry. Its true strength lies not only in its technology, but also in how it could reshape markets across different regions. In the next 5 to 10 years, this shift could influence how people buy cars, how automakers build them, and even how governments create transportation policies. Take the Asian market, for example. In countries like China, Japan, and India, EV infrastructure is still developing. Many people want to switch to electric, but worries about charging and battery life hold them back. For them, BYD's hybrid system could be the perfect solution, offering the fun and quietness of electric driving, with the backup reliability of a petrol engine. In a country like India, where long-distance travel is common and petrol pumps are everywhere but charging stations are still scarce, this hybrid technology could be a game changer. Now let's look at Europe. While EVs are gaining traction there, they still face challenges, especially in winter, when battery performance drops and charging takes longer. Plus, for long road trips, many still prefer petrol or diesel. BYD's hybrid could attract customers who are interested in EVs but aren't ready to go all in just yet. And in the US, where companies like Tesla, Ford, and GM are leading the EV push, charging infrastructure still isn't available everywhere, particularly in smaller towns. Hybrids have always had a steady presence in the US market, and BYD's system could give established players a tough challenge if it's introduced in affordable, practical vehicles. This technology could be especially impactful in places like the Middle East and Africa, where petrol is relatively cheap but EV charging networks are minimal. For people there, a car that can run 2,100 kilometers on a full tank and charge offers unmatched value and convenience. And the ripple effect doesn't stop with customers. Auto companies will also need to rethink their strategies. Many brands that have been focusing entirely on EVs may have to return to the drawing board and invest in hybrid development to stay competitive. This could trigger a new wave in the industry, a showdown between fully electric vehicles and advanced hybrids. There could even be economic effects. As fuel demand potentially drops due to more efficient hybrids, global oil prices might be impacted. At the same time, demand for massive EV-only batteries could dip slightly, which may affect battery manufacturers. In summary, BYD's 5th-gen DMI hybrid system isn't just about a better engine. It's about changing the way we think about cars altogether. It offers a powerful alternative to the all-electric future, one that's more practical, efficient, and suited to real-world challenges. Another major area where this new hybrid technology could have a significant impact is government policy. Right now, many countries are offering subsidies and incentives to promote electric vehicles. But if hybrid cars start gaining traction, governments, especially in places where EV infrastructure is still lacking, might begin supporting hybrids too. This could lead to a shift in policy direction in favor of more practical and versatile options. In fact, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that BYD's 5th-generation DMI hybrid system could create an entirely new segment in the global auto market, one where drivers get the benefits of electric vehicles along with the freedom and flexibility of petrol-powered cars. This has the potential to not only influence the EV industry, but reshape the entire automobile landscape. That's why experts around the world are calling it one of the most disruptive technologies we'll see in the coming years. The master plan. Behind the innovation, this revolutionary hybrid system from BYD wasn't developed overnight. It's the result of years of intense research, planning, and development. BYD's roots are in battery technology. They actually began as a battery manufacturing company. That gave them a strong foundation and a significant advantage. While many automakers rely on external suppliers for batteries, BYD has always built its own, giving them full control over quality, safety, and innovation. Their investment in R&D is massive. With research centers across China and other parts of the world, BYD has been continuously working on improving battery performance, motor efficiency, and engine optimization. For this 5th-gen DMI system, engineers spent years experimenting with different configurations, figuring out the ideal petrol engine for recharging, the most durable and high-performance battery, and a smart power management system that ensures a smooth, efficient driving experience. They even developed their own blade battery technology, known for its superior safety and higher energy density. That same battery is used in this hybrid system, giving the car exceptional electric-only range. Additionally, they completely redesigned the petrol engine to deliver more power at lower RPMs while using less fuel, an ideal match for a hybrid setup. What this means for customers. The benefits to consumers are clear and compelling. First and foremost is the exceptional range. Getting around 2,100 kilometers on a single battery charge and full tank is a dream for any driver, especially those who frequently take long road trips. No more constant stops for charging or refueling. Secondly, there's a huge saving on fuel costs. Since the car primarily runs on electric power for short distances, petrol consumption is significantly reduced. In day-to-day city driving, it behaves almost like a full EV, which means far lower fuel expenses. Then there's the advantage of lower maintenance. Traditional petrol cars require more upkeep because the engine is constantly in use. In BYD's hybrid system, the engine only runs when needed, reducing wear and tear and keeping service costs down. But perhaps the most comforting feature is the freedom from charging station anxiety. One of the biggest concerns for EV users is where to find the next charger and what to do if the battery dies mid-journey. With this hybrid system, even if the battery is depleted, the petrol engine kicks in and the battery recharges while you drive. Problem solved. In essence, BYD hasn't just created a new engine. They've provided a real solution to the concerns of millions of customers who've wanted to buy an EV but hesitated because of range, charging, and maintenance issues. This new system gives them both the clean, silent driving of an EV and the peace of mind that comes with a petrol engine backup. That's why it's being seen as a true game changer in the car market. Growing concerns among auto giants. Unsurprisingly, BYD's 5th-gen DMI hybrid system has become a major source of concern for other automakers. It has smartly filled the gap between electric vehicles and traditional hybrids, leaving competitors scrambling to catch up. Let's start with Tesla. As a purely electric brand, Tesla's entire business model revolves around EVs. But the two biggest challenges for EVs, range limitations and long charging times, are exactly what BYD's system addresses. With this hybrid, you get the EV-like experience without worrying about running out of charge. For many buyers, this could make BYD a more appealing choice than Tesla, putting Tesla's market share at risk. Now consider Toyota. They've long been pioneers in hybrid technology, with models like the Prius becoming global bestsellers. But Toyota's hybrid system relies heavily on the petrol engine, with the electric motor playing a secondary role. BYD's DMI system flips this. It prioritizes electric driving, uses petrol support only when needed, and achieves much higher efficiency. For consumers looking for better mileage and lower fuel costs, Toyota's older hybrid systems may start to feel outdated. As for Honda, their hybrid technology is solid, but they haven't yet introduced anything with the kind of range BYD is offering. Honda has been active in both EV and hybrid development, but BYD's 2,100 kilometer range and high-efficiency engine put it far ahead in direct comparison. Other companies like Ford, Hyundai, and Kia are also investing in both EVs and hybrids. However, they face a common challenge. Their EVs still suffer from range and charging issues, while their hybrids don't yet match the level of technology and integration BYD has achieved. BYD has essentially set a new benchmark that won't be easy to beat. What makes things even more difficult for competitors is that BYD is self-reliant. It designs and manufactures its own batteries and hybrid systems. Most other companies depend on third-party suppliers, which raises their production costs and slows innovation. BYD, on the other hand, can move faster and price its products more competitively. This gives BYD a clear advantage, delivering a product that solves the core problems of EVs and traditional hybrids, all in one package. And if this technology is rolled out globally at scale, it could force big names like Tesla, Toyota, and Honda to completely rethink their strategies. BYD's game plan for the future. This 5th-generation DMI hybrid system is just the beginning. BYD has much bigger plans for the coming years. The company is already implementing this technology across several of its popular models, like the Qin, Song, Han, and Tang series, to strengthen its position in the Chinese market first. But make no mistake, this is just phase 1. BYD clearly has its eyes set on global expansion, and if this hybrid system gains widespread adoption, it could very well reshape the future of the automotive industry. But BYD's ambitions don't stop at just the local market. The company has made it clear, it's thinking globally. Its next move is to expand this hybrid technology into international markets. The first targets are other Asian countries like India, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. These are regions where EV infrastructure is still developing, but interest in both electric and hybrid vehicles is growing fast. In these countries, BYD's impressive 2,100-kilometer range and fuel-saving technology could be a major success. After gaining ground in Asia, BYD plans to move into Europe and Australia, markets where EV adoption is already high, but where battery limitations and charging infrastructure still pose challenges. The US market, however, will require a more strategic approach. Established players like Tesla and Ford already dominate the landscape. But if BYD launches its hybrid vehicles at competitive prices, it could quickly gain popularity, especially in areas where charging stations are still sparse. In such places, a hybrid car with long range and low charging dependence could easily become a top choice for customers. So, does this mean BYD's new hybrid tech will completely wipe out the EV industry? The answer is somewhere in the middle. The EV market is still growing rapidly, but the full transition to electric will take time. Challenges like range anxiety, long charging times, and expensive battery replacements still hold people back. BYD's hybrid system offers a practical middle ground, ideal for those who want the benefits of electric driving without being completely reliant on charging infrastructure. Market trends suggest that over the next 5 to 7 years, demand for hybrid vehicles is likely to grow, particularly in areas where EV charging networks are still under development. Customers today are looking for smart, realistic choices. They don't just want to be eco-friendly, they want reliability, performance, and peace of mind. BYD's 5th-generation DMI system checks all those boxes. And with the rapid pace of innovation, other automakers will need to either upgrade their hybrid technology significantly or make massive breakthroughs in EVs to overcome current limitations. If they fail to keep up, BYD could capture a large share of the hybrid market and even slow the momentum of the EV wave. BYD's strategy for the future is crystal clear. First, strengthen its position in the domestic market. Then, expand across Asia and Europe. And finally, make its way into key markets like the US and the Middle East. If the company succeeds in executing this roadmap and competitors can't catch up in time, BYD's hybrid technology could truly disrupt the global EV industry. If you believe that this hybrid innovation by BYD is going to shake up the auto industry in the coming years, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the next big automotive breakthrough.